The idea that all people who are poor deserve to be because they don't try hard enough, they've had every opportunity and they haven't made anything of it. I think it's a lie.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
A lie. If you're in hardship, why do you keep going into debt? That'll be those bills.
Those bills.
Yeah, those bills. To be honest, I think debt applies to most people.
Absolutely.
I think if you don't have a payday loan, you've got a credit card.
Exactly.
And I think that's almost regardless of how much money you're earning. I just paid off debts that I incurred back when my partner died 6 years ago. And now I'm going to uni, so I'm building up my next lot of debt.
Exactly.
Debt.
Can't you budget your bills so you don't fall behind?
I do budget my bills. I'm precision budgeting. I think when you're living on very limited income, you find a way. I go without lots of other things.
When you don't have much of a budget, you don't really have a choice, but you have to budget, like, okay, I have this much for food and this much for bills, that I can put away. So it's not easy.
No, it's hugely stressful, but I know from past experience that I can't afford to not have shelter.
Yeah.
I can't afford to not have my power on. I can't afford to not have my gas on.
Absolutely.
So I budget.
You say you can't afford food, but you have a phone, car, TV, etc.
So I do have a phone, and more recently I have a car, which is how I'm able to be in society. If I didn't have a phone, I wouldn't have connection with anybody, especially now we're in Corona.
Yeah.
If I didn't have my internet, I wouldn't be able to study. And I only had my car for about the last year because it became apparent that I couldn't do more, be more, give more if I wasn't able to get around.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. You said that connection. We live in a society where technology is so needed. Do you know what I mean? You can't contact anyone. No one writes letters anymore. That's not how we communicate.
in the last few months, you can't go to the doctor.
Exactly.
You have to do a telehealth.
Exactly.
What happens if you don't have a phone?
Exactly.
Internet.
You can't go to a phone box to do that.
That's right. And unfortunately, doing that on a small budget, sometimes I can't afford food.
Yeah, that's it. What is the biggest lie told to people in hardship?
Oh, that's a good one. What does Scott Morrison say? You have a go, you'll get a go. You have a go, you'll get a go. I think that, for me, that's the one, If people succeeded based on their merit and the effort that they put in, then damn, we'd be rich, wouldn't we? We'd be very successful.
Absolutely.
I don't think it is the same for everyone. There is definitely more hurdles depending on, what's your sexuality, your gender, your race, your where you've come from. There are definitely barriers that need to be overcome. I still don't think that enough people understand that really. I think that people still believe that anyone can make it because here's this one person I can pluck out of that 1,000 and that one person I can pluck out of that 1,000 that came from nothing and have made everything.
Yeah.
Believe you me, they did that in spite of, not because of, the support that they were given. It's like winning the lottery. It honestly is.
Absolutely.
I know so many people that have just tried and tried and tried, and it's just been, so many barriers and hurdles that they can't overcome, compounded with, lack of opportunities, compounded with really bad luck. I know people who try the hardest and still end up with cancer, or something happens and then something happens and then something happens.
Yeah. You have AOD, you have mental health, you have all of this stuff, and then you have stigma on top of that, and it's just not everyone has it that easy, and not everyone's journey or path is the same.
I think it's a fairy tale that that anyone's immune either. It's literally like say, your partner dying, you know, something happening, a loss of a job could cause a loss of a mortgage, a loss of, you know, like nobody's immune to things that just start to tumble. I know lots of people that find themselves, particularly since Corona, now in a situation that they could have never foreseen, they could have never planned for, and that they can't see a way they're going to get out of.
Exactly. Like so many people have lost their jobs, and, you know, one day they're happily in a job that they've really built that, and then next minute it's gone. Yeah. Like everything crashing before you.
You lost your job, you lose your housing, somebody you love gets sick, and, you know, like all of those three things. And then your mental health struggles, you're not used to people being kind about that. So, you know, like it's really easy. And I do worry about how the world's going to change.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for listening in. I hope you take away some knowledge from this today. If you want to hear more from us, find us on 100familieswa.org.au. Thanks so much.